Stay tuned for a super versatile technique that'll give you added brightness and depth. First step, we're going to section away that money piece that she wants to keep really bright. We'll then begin applying our drop root using gloss, taking horizontal sections and a diagonal back placement. To get the most natural look, utilize the rounds of the head and over direction when applying your formula. One thing to keep in mind when using over direction is to ensure that you aren't compressing each section down. That can cause some unwanted bleeding into the next zone. Now we're going to add some crystal clear to our previous formula that we used on zone 1. We're also going to mix up some Flash Lift with Bonder for added brightness with protection. Now we're taking a diagonal back section because we want our end look to have a lot of movement. Weaving from the center of the hair strand will give you a more organic look. If you want a more calculated look, try weaving closer to the root. Now we're going to section off that top part of our weave and work with the bottom. Now we're going to add our low light. The formula we're using is the crystal clear mixed with our drop root formula. For the most natural looking low light, keep in mind reverse points of light. You also don't have to take your formula all the way to zone 3 through the ends. Now that our low light is placed, we're going to drop down that top section of our weave, and we're going to apply our Flash Lift formula to add some brightness. For the most natural look, what are we going to do? You got it, we're going to keep in mind points of light. Working our way from the bottom up, we're going to continue this same sectioning throughout this entire half of the head. I've been loving sandwiching the foils when I'm lightening the hair. That way I can go back and resaturate if needed. For demonstration purposes, I only did one half of the head. That way you can see our starting point versus what our end result looks like. Here's our finished look. We have a drop root with a ton of depth, but we also added in a lot of brightness as well. Take a look at our before, that way you can see the difference. I'd love to hear your favorite drop root or low light formula. Let me know in the comments below.